That is Etta James doing In the Basement, and that means, brothers and sisters, it's time for the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy on the radio. We are bringing you guys the coolest indie music the whole world has to offer. It's show number 253 tonight, and we are brought to you by Merle's Music. And this week, we actually have a theme. Bootsy came up with a theme for the show.
I don't know if it was a theme or, well, okay. It's a theme. We can call it a theme. We are going to bring to you tonight bands that we think should be famous. We started out doing songs that we think should be hits, but there's just like way too many of those to go through. So we decided to do bands who should be famous. And some of these bands you're going to hear, we think they should be famous. Of course, we think they should all be famous. And then some of them were actually submitted to us by our listeners. They think the band should be famous. So we just put everything in alphabetical order, and everybody's good.
That's good.
It's all good.
That's good with me. And like Bootsy said, you know, we get so much music submitted to us from indie bands all around the world. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of the bands and musicians that we think should be famous. But we're going to start the show out, as Bootsy says, we're going to do it in alphabetical order. So we're starting out tonight's show with Andrew Stratman and the Dirty Midwest from Vienna, Missouri right here. Some of them from Rolla. And it's their tune called Close to Perfect. After that, Colin Nash, Rolla's own right here. Great local kid that's having a big time with his music right now. I think he's fantastic.
We saw him last night, as a matter of fact.
Yes, we did, and he put on a great show. We're going to play his tune called On the Lake. And after that, Derek Andrew from out of, how do you say that, Bootsy? Ellijay, Georgia, doing a tune called All This Time. And we think these are hits, and we think these people should be famous. This is Andrew Stratman and the Dirty Midwest doing Close to Perfect.
listening to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy on KK92.
Cold, feet in the water off the edge of the boat. Too tight on, ready to cut loose. It's 95, I just got off, got nothing to do. Tie us together, we've got a rope. Let's go drop anchor down at Party Cove. I'm talking about shot tops popping, got the whole rockin' party of the century. Here on the water when the shots start flowing, get some country girls going on an Ozark getaway. Lay on a mat rope, swinging through the wake. It's just another day on the lake. Whoa, whoa. Dancing up on the deck, soaking up the sun, water up to my neck. Radio's playing some Jimmy Buffett. She shakes her booty and whoo, Lordy, I love it. Tonight we'll take the party back to town, but for right now let's take another lap around. Shot tops popping, got the whole rockin' party of the century. Here on the water when the shots start blowing, get some country girls going on an Ozark getaway. Lay on a mat rope, swinging through the wake. It's just another day on the lake. Poppin', got the whole boat rockin' party of the century. Here on the water when the shots start flowing, get some country girls going on an Ozark getaway. Lay on a mat rope, swinging to the wake. It's just another day on the lake. Lay on a mat rope, swinging to the wake. Another day on the lake.
This is Jeremiah Johnson with the Jeremiah Johnson Band, and I'm feeling brand spanking blue. You're listening to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy on the radio. Woo, baby, let's get it on.
Right girl, wrong time, but you never ever left my mind. Maybe tonight's gonna be the night. Left him, I left her. Maybe, baby, we can fix the hurt. Got a second chance for love at first sight. Yeah! All this time, always knew you, never knew you were the one. But you feel so right. Chasing down the sun. I knew back then I never said what I should have said, but we were young and I was dumb. But you and I we grew up. And you're still the girl I love. All I wanna see when I wake up. Yeah! All this time, always knew you, never knew you were the one. You feel so right. Been feeling like the moon, always chasing down the sun. Always knew you, never knew you were the one. Yeah! Yeah! All this time, I always knew you, never knew you were the one. I'm yours, baby, you're mine. Feeling like the moon, always chasing down the sun. All this time, I always knew you, never knew you were the one. You feel so right. Been feeling like the moon, always chasing down the sun. And I always knew you, never knew you were the one. Yeah! Yeah!
That was Derek Andrew from out of Georgia doing All This Time. And yep, that sounds like a good one. Before that, Colin Nash from right here in Rolla, Missouri doing On the Lake, and started it out with Andrew Strotman and the Dirty Midwest doing Close to Perfect. All those got nominated to be famous.
You know, we were talking while we were sitting here listening to this that we're doing this in alphabetical order, and the first three kind of fall toward a country genre, but it's alphabetical order. That's just the way it
It
turned
just
out.
happened like
It just
that.
happened like that. But hey, we can guarantee you that there are no bad songs. None. Zero bad songs on Tonight Show. We promise.
Well, we usually don't have any bad
well,
ones
that's
either.
true. That's true.
Every once in a while, one's iffy or something. It's
Hey,
just
it's
a lot
all
of
a
fun.
matter. It's all a matter of taste.
That's right. That's right.
We
All
like
right.
them all.
Well, you've got the Basement Tape Show. We do play the coolest indie music on the radio right here on the Basement Tape Show. Bootsy does a great job picking out some of this stuff here. And the next three bands, we definitely want to mention that they should be famous. The first one's Don't Mind Dying from out of Columbia, Missouri, and they're going to do The Wound for you. After that, Driving Wheel, also out of Columbia, Missouri, a great blues band, doing their tune called 30 Miles to Houston. And after that, out of St. Louis, Fivefold, doing Room to Breathe.
Now, I would like to mention here, during the first set, we have seen live Andrew Strotman and the Dirty Midwest, and we have seen live Colin Nash. We have not seen live Derek Andrew. He's in Georgia. We haven't traveled that far afield. But these three bands that we're getting ready to play now, yep, we've seen them all live.
Definitely seen all these guys, and they're fantastic live, just like their music is right here. This is Don't Mind Dying doing The Wound.
Just be glad you shot me when you did. Because the years ahead of me would have not been kind to you. To see her gray and old and lonely would have made me desire. Cold still on my lips and my tongue.
This is Jason.
And this is BC. And we're from Don't Mind Dying.
And you're listening to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy.
92.9 FM.
everybody. This is Jeremy from Driving Wheel, and you're listening to The Basement Tapes with Nick and Bootsy on KKID 92.9 FM. Turn it up and rock it.
Fivefold right there on the Basement Tapes with Nick and Bootsy from out of St. Louis, Missouri, doing Room to Breathe. Before that, Driving Wheel did 30 Miles to Houston, and Don't Mind Dying did The Wound. All bands that you, the listeners here, and maybe me or Bootsy think should be famous.
And also, all three bands are awesome live. If you get a chance to see any of the three, do not pass it up.
We're going to get right back into some more stuff for you guys right now. John Galbraith and Broken Promises from out of Columbia, Missouri. Another great artist in the Columbia area. They're going to do a tune for you called Lies in Bloom. After that, Medora has a brand new remix.
Debut time. Dun, 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 dun.
And we had quite a few people request Medora to be on the famous list tonight.
We did.
So they just came out with a brand new mix of one of their original tunes called Aerosol. And after that, Miles from Nowhere from out of Plato, Missouri, doing a tune called The Only One. Good stuff right
I
here
love to
in the
listen to
basement.
Brandy sing. That's why I picked that one.
Fantastic vocals. Yeah. Sit back, relax. You're in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. This is John Galbraith and the Broken Promises doing Lies in Bloom.
Hey, this is Scott from Alice Sweet Alice from Kansas City, and you're listening to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy. Don't touch that dial.
We shed light to love, an automated one, around the yearly mark, yeah, yeah. When fascination comes, that tells them horoscope. For now the feeling song It takes a lot too long. Ever so, you come around to say it's alright. Ever so, you come around to say it's alright. Ever so, you come with big time till it's alright. Ever so, you fall away. It's celebration almost. Be let down to us. What was amazing for us has opened up to us. Ever so, you come around to say it's alright. Ever so, you come around to say it's alright. Ever so, you come with big time till it's alright. Ever so, you fell away. You fell away. You fell away. You fell away. You fell you come around to say it's alright. Ever so, you come around to say it's alright. Ever so, you come with big time till it's alright. Ever so, you fell away.
This is Dave.
And Dino.
And the Roadkill Orchestra. And you're listening to The Basement Tape Show
with Nick and Bootsy.
Woohoo! Yeah! All right.
I cross my fingers, I cross my heart. Ooh, when did this feeling start? I'm seeing you every time I close my eyes. I didn't think I'd ever find a love this true. Didn't know someone like you would sneak right up and catch me by surprise. The only one I'll ever need. Standing by you is where I'll be. We've only begun, but baby, I'm thinking you're the only one. The only dream I have at night. The only one to hold me tight. It started as fun, but now I'm thinking you're the only one. Blessings, I'm counting sheep. Ooh, I'm in trouble deep, losing sleep, wondering what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna speak out loud what's on my mind. Oh, let's see if we can find a preacher man, book a band, and plan a wedding day. The only one I'm thinking you're the only one. The only dream I have at night. The only one to hold me tight. It started as fun, but now I'm thinking you're the only one. Standing by you is where I'll be. We've only begun, but baby, I'm thinking you're the only one. The only dream I have at night. The only one to hold me tight. It started as fun, but now I'm thinking you're the only one.
That was Miles from Nowhere, from right here in Plato, Missouri, doing The Only One. Man, that is some good stuff. Medora was before that doing Aerosol. I love that new version.
I do too. I always liked the song anyway, but James has got a new studio.
That's cool.
And I'll bet I know that was probably recorded there.
That would be
good job, fellas.
Mr. James Webb, lead singer of Medora there. Good stuff right there. And John Gilbreth started it out with Liza in Bloom. Fantastic. All of them. Definitely on the famous list in the basement tapes right there. All right. And we still got more coming, too, right now. Next up is Moon Jr. Bootsy and I got out last night and saw Moon Jr. What a fantastic show.
It's scary to go see Moon Jr. when they're playing upstairs because the audience gets so wrapped up in their performance that they start jumping up and down and the floor starts going up and down.
It starts waving.
I know it starts waving, but yeah, these guys are one of the best live bands you're ever going to see.
Well, and only fitting, we picked out Tidal Wave for the song.
Yeah, that's
by them
exactly what happens when you go see Moon Jr.
All right. After that, we got Paralandra from out of Springfield, Missouri.
I'm a Parasite.
A tune called Give Me a Reason. And then the Rock Road Rebels from out of Moberly, Missouri, doing One More Ride. All these bands have been nominated to be famous in the basement tapes.
Do you know what I call the Rock Road Rebels?
What's that, Bootsy?
I call them the James Brown of indie music in this area because there ain't nobody harder working than Rock Road Rebels.
That's a fact. They are always out playing somewhere. So sit back, relax. You're in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. We are playing some fantastic stuff for you guys tonight. This is Moon Jr. doing Tidal Wave.
It's a golden retribution.
This is John.
And Augie.
And Lucas.
And we're Moon Jr. with K-Kid Basement Tapes, along with Nick Thomas and Bootsy Hambone.
All right, we're ready.
Let's make eye contact so that we say it at the same time. Okay.
This is Nick.
This is Cassandra. We are with Paralandra, and you are listening to the Basement Tapes with Nick and Bootsy. Nick, why aren't you saying it with me?
I didn't know we're supposed to sing at the same time.
kind of place I'm talking about. Down that two-lane road where the water flows. Oh, you know that kind of place where it's never early, it's never late. It's never late at that kind of place. Oh, you know that kind of place where it's always half-past 8. Oh, it's always a half-past 8 and won't. Oh, Mr. Trucker Man, he's driving an 88 Pete. That's a 1988 Peterbilt he's driving. Just looking for nothing, but a little something to eat. That's all he wanted was Sunday. And he said, oh, Mr. Guitar Man, I wish you knew about me and my blues. Oh, Mr. Biker Man, riding that custom-built scoot. That's a custom-built scoot he's riding. He's staying one step ahead of those government rules, those long-reaching government roots. And he said, oh, Mr. Guitar Man, I wish you knew about me and my blues. I wish you did. I wish you did. Guitar Man, strumming that 67 Paul. That's a 1967 Les Paul he's playing. He's praying that someday, yeah, bending no strings will ease his soul. Oh, way down, down deep in his soul. And he said, oh, Mr. Trucker Man, oh, Mr. Biker Man, let me tell you about me, let me tell you about me, let me tell you about me and my blues. Can you make her moan? Can you make her groan? Can you make her cry? Can you make her fly? Can you make her feel? What you feel inside, oh, way down, down deep inside. Can you make a need? Just one more ride, just one more ride, just one more ride, just one more ride.
Yeah, the Rock Road Rebels right there from out of Moberly, Missouri, doing One More Ride. Some good stuff. Paralander before that doing Give Me a Reason, and Moon Jr. started it out with Tidal Wave. Fantastic. I love it, Bootsy.
I know, good stuff.
Hey, you're listening to KKID 92.9 FM, Salem, Rolla. And this is the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy. We're bringing you guys the best indie music that the whole world has to offer because everybody's local to somewhere. And tonight, we're playing bands and musicians that we think, or you guys, the listeners out there, think that should be famous.
And if we were to play all the bands that we thought should be famous, we would be in here all night. I mean, look at it like this. We've been doing this show for 5 years now. And in 5 years, we have run across some incredibly talented musicians.
No doubt about it, yeah. But right now, we're going to wish everybody that's having a birthday this week a very happy birthday. I've got kind of a short list, Bootsy. I'll run down it real quick. Happy birthday today to Galen Kettinger, great guitar player. After that, coming up this week, Ray Heniff is having a birthday this week. Happy birthday, Ray. Mindy Singleton, happy birthday. M.T. Robinson, what a cool guitar player.
Somebody else that should be famous.
Yeah, and well, he actually does custom paint jobs on guitars and stuff too. But a great musician too. Christy Burke is having a birthday this week. Happy birthday, Christy. Bradley Elms is having a birthday this week. Jennifer White is going to have a birthday this week.
Happy birthday, Jennifer.
Let's see. Barbara Lesenby Johnson's having a birthday this week. Tony Rakowski is having a birthday this week. Happy birthday, man. Sammy Schindell's having a birthday this week. Happy birthday, Sammy. Matt Van Kirk, another great guitar player, having a birthday this week.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for helping me pick out Nick's birthday present.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, that's cool.
Yep, Matt helped me pick it out.
Cool. And Chantel Camp is having a birthday this week, too. So happy birthday to you guys. Bootsy, do you have anybody else to add?
I have one this week, but I want to say a special happy birthday to Mandy Wilkinson. Mandy was one of the people who replied when we first got Ruffin, and I'd like to post it on Facebook that give people a chance to name the kitty cat. And we couldn't come up with a really good name, so of course we named Ruffin, and we named him after a musician. And so I put on Facebook, if somebody can tell me the musician that we named our kitty cat for, his name is Ruffin, I will send them a Basement Tapes t-shirt. And Mandy jumped in there and said, David Ruffin of the Temptations. And I sent her a Basement Tapes t-shirt right off to her house.
Pretty cool. That's
Happy
cool.
birthday, Mandy.
Oh, and of course we can't forget happy birthday to Tom Juno this week, too. So happy birthday, Tom. All right. And if we didn't mention you and you're having a birthday this week, we want to wish you a very happy birthday this week as well. Have you got a birthday song lined up, Bootsy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's happy birthday to you guys out there.
Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to you. And the times they are a-changing.
Bob Dylan snuck into the station for that one.
That was a good one. I like that one. All right. Hey, we want to remind you guys, we are brought to you by Merle's Music here in the basement. One of the coolest little music stores out there. And when you walk in, walk up to the counter and just tell them Bootsy sent you and see the reaction on their face.
And you know something else that's got something in my throat there. Something that's really nice about Merle's Music is, okay, let's say you're not the musician. Let's say your loved one is the musician, and you don't have a clue what to get for them. All you have to do is go into Merle's Music and tell one of the guys, like I did, I'm looking for some harmonica stuff. I had no clue what to get Nick to go along with his growing collection of harmonicas. They know what they've got in the store. They know what you're looking for. They know a little bit about everything. So they can be your personal shopper, and they can find whatever you might want to get for your loved one if you don't have a clue what to get.
And they're a musician.
And they're a musician, yeah. Go to Merle's and get yourself your personal shopper. You can't do that online. You can go to Merle's and you'll have your personal shopper right there in front of you across the counter. He'll show you cool stuff.
That's right. That's good stuff right there. Merle's Music. And, you know, Matt did a good job picking out that chromatic harmonica for my birthday. I've been enjoying it. I've been working at it. It's a little different from playing the other harmonicas. Get some get some taking used to on it, but I think I'll get there.
Well, it should help you be able to play with more people with fewer harmonicas.
I hope so. I'll try it. Hey, and usually we have a riff of the week from Merle's, but this week was the last week in August, so they did draw for the name, and the winner this month was Eric Metz. So congratulations to Eric. I think he went down there and picked himself up a new guitar.
Yeah, he's done spent that 15% discount.
All right. Let's get back into the music. Tonight's theme is, of course, bands and musicians that we think should be famous, or our listeners think so. And we had several people call in on these here. The next one is, we're going to start out the next set with Shadow Play from out of Mount Laurel, New Jersey, doing a really cool tune called Dark Hour. After that, Special 20 from right here in Rolla, Missouri. Got several votes before the shows, just to be famous, you know. But we're going to do a tune by them called Who Needs Today. And then Stone River, a great band from out of Toronto, Canada, doing a tune called Thank You. So sit back. You are in the basement with Nick and Bootsy, and this is Shadow Play doing Dark Hour.
this is Christiana, and you are listening to the one and only Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy on the radio.
Every day I run away, disappear and act inside my head. When that morning sun comes calling me, it's hard to drag it out of bed. And heaven knows I'm not late, and my everyday 10 minutes might turn into half a day, yeah. But that's okay, 'cause she held my hand down that Alabama coast, moonlight on the sand, that golf between my toes, and we made love by that neon motel lights. There was something about the way she looked, and that's all the air that night. Oh, with memories like that, who needs today? Gonna ride that memory train back to yesterday, to a different place and a better time. Gonna leave this high life, high rise, uptown nightlife, leave reality behind. Even in the dark I can find my way, just to turn that corner in my mind takes me to a brighter day, yeah, yeah. Oh, that day, and she held my hand down that Alabama coast, moonlight on the sand, that golf between my toes, and we made love by those neon motel lights. It was something about the way she looked, and that's all the air that night. Oh, with memories like that, who needs today? Sand, that golf between my toes, and we made love by those neon motel lights. There was something about the way she looked, and that's all the air that night. Old memories like that, I said memories like that, who needs today? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who needs today? Yeah, we make love. Who needs today? I said memories like that. Who needs today? Who needs today?
This is Eric Metz, and you're listening to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy.
Don't wake me up until the lights go down. Close the door and lay beside. Don't say a word, don't make a sound. Don't be afraid I'll ever
right. It's a Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy right here on the radio. We are bringing you guys the coolest indie music that the whole world has to offer, because you know what? Everybody's local is somewhere. And did any of you guys out there check out Dusty's show last night, the My Living Room Chair?
It's so nice to have Dusty back on the air.
He is one crazy dude. He had Jesse on the show with him yesterday, too. A lot
They
of
were
great
at the
music.
locker room last night, too, for Moon Jr.
Yes, they were. It was, that was one good concert last night.
Mhm.
A lot of fun. Everybody had a great time. But Dusty's back on the air with the Living Room Chair Show every Saturday afternoon and evening, and always plays the great jam band's music. It's always fun listening to Dusty on Saturday evenings. And we want to remind everybody, also, be sure and check the morning show Monday through Friday with Steve and Stan and Jesse. They are giving away stuff all the time. They got the backwards song of the day. It's all good stuff right here on K-Kid. And Bootsy, what are we doing tonight again?
We are playing songs from bands that we think should be famous, or bands that our listeners think should be famous.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, and this next set is packed with some famous stuff. At least we think it should be famous. We're going to start the next set out with the Many Colored Death from out of Columbia, Missouri, doing a tune called Falling Farther From You. What a song. Sit back and brace yourself for that one. Then White Dominoes from out of Denmark, doing a tune called On My Own. And then the world's best band, KL2. They're out of St. Louis, Missouri, doing a tune called Another Girl Like You. So sit back, relax. You got Nick and Bootsy in the basement here. This is the Many Colored Death doing Falling Farther From You.
Found you there, standing alone, lighted your face, and I took you home. Let close my eyes, and I smelled your skin.
They got obsessive, filling every thought with dread. I'm craving something now to fill the empty space. Or maybe I don't care, I'm gonna leave no trace. And I will play with fire next day. Yeah, the sun is over my head. I'm walking by myself. Yeah, the sun is over my head. And I keep waiting till the next day is gone. I can feel that you never listen. I can see that you need no reason. This is sort of an odd situation. Oh, I just can't solve this equation.
This is Jared,
Kyle,
Andy,
and Bobby.
and
we're Emma Rose, and you're listening to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy. Woo!
World's Best Band, KL2, right there. Another Girl Like You. Before that, White Dominoes, doing On My Own, and The Many Colored Death, doing Falling Farther From You.
That song, Falling Farther From You, was actually the soundtrack to a video that the MS&T longboarding team made, I believe, in 2013. And it was so cool because it had, all these guys doing their longboarding thing, and it had Falling Farther From You in the background. It was really great.
That would be a good song for that.
Really, it was a great background song for that.
Cool. Well, this week in the basement, our theme was playing songs by bands and indie bands and musicians that we think should be famous, or we had a lot of people write into us on Facebook and let us know who they thought should be famous that we've played before in the past. And if you haven't had the opportunity, go to Facebook and check out the Basement Tapes with Nick and Bootsy. And Bootsy has all kinds of cool stuff on there all the time. And you can check out our website, too, which is www.thebasementtapeswithnickandbootsy.com.
Rocks.
Or rocks.
Or
Top rocks, yeah.
Yeah, we thought that was cool.
That was pretty neat, yeah.
We didn't even really scratch the surface tonight of bands over the past 5 years that we've been lucky enough to hear and lucky enough to get to know some of them that really, really should be famous. There are so many, many, many more. And that means we're probably going to have to do this again sometime.
That's okay with me. Well, you've been keeping a list of some of them. You want to read some of those off?
Well, one of the first bands that I can remember that we heard something from them and went, gee whiz, I can't believe these guys are not famous, is Estrella.
Oh, that's right, from Scotland.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, our buddies in Stone Sugar Shakedown.
Oh, of course.
Of course. The 24th Street Wailers out of Canada.
Heck yeah.
Alice, Sweet Alice.
Yes.
Our local bands here, the Outsiders and Motives in Motion.
Oh, of course.
Richard Parker, M.T. Robinson that you were just talking about earlier. Christiana. I mean, she's really...
Oh, yeah.
She's all over the map now. She's doing great. Sacred Nation. No, excuse me. I mean, Scarred Nation. Downside Up. Downside Up is... And this is pretty cool. The bass player for Downside Up, we're going to see him in the basement next week, but he's going to be here with Medora. He's playing bass also for Medora. And I want to make a special mention of a musician by the name of James Hall, somebody I never heard of until today, and a very close friend of mine named Heather mentioned him as somebody who should be famous because she saw him multiple times when she lived in New Orleans, and I wasn't able to get something of his to play tonight, but I listened, and he definitely deserves to go on that list. Somebody else we got several requests for that we didn't have anything to play by is a band My Twins out of Mexico, Missouri. Uh-huh. And I mean, that's, like I said, that's not even scratching the surface.
That's right.
Troy that we just saw not long ago. Shaman's Harvest, who started as a little band in St. Louis. I mean, we played them 5 years ago, and they're just busting out all over the place now.
Oh, there's so many of them.
There's so many. If we didn't mention you, like Rick likes to say, when he's talking about birthdays, if we didn't mention you, happy birthday anyway, and if we didn't play a song by you or we didn't mention you just now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be famous.
That's right.
And we'll play something of yours on another show.
Okay. Hey, and we want to put a special shout out to two great musicians out there, Eric Metz and Cliff King. Both came by and gave us copies of their new CDs. So you'll be hearing some stuff from them here and on a future show very soon.
And somebody else sent us like a 20th anniversary CD, Post-Nuclear Trash.
Yeah.
And this was so great. They sent it in a Whitman's candy sampler box.
That's pretty cool.
That was really pretty cool.
But they took all the chocolate out. I was hoping for that to have the chocolate
we got
in it.
left with those little styrofoam peanuts and a CD. But that's okay. And weren't we talking about something that we got from Beth?
Yes, actually, Nick's Picks tonight, the Homemade Jams Blues Band. We got that CD from Beth Shaw. I want to say thank you very much to Beth for that. You betcha. Okay, we do have a couple more tunes for you guys tonight. You can't have a They Should Be Famous show without having Riverside from Sullivan, Missouri, doing Jacked Up Trucks and Long-Legged Women.
Hey, if there's any song that I have heard in the 5 years that we've been doing this show that should be a monster hit, this one is it.
Of course. And then after that, Nick Thomas, we're going to do my hit, too.
The hit.
The hit, yeah. One. That's if I ever wrote a song, I'm not kidding, it's the second song I ever wrote for Bootsy Hambone. And if I ever wrote a song that should be a hit, it'd be this one, Mississippi Woman. Well, we want to thank you guys, everybody out there that's listening to the show tonight. Thank you for joining us here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. We love it when you guys join us, and we get to play you guys some of the coolest indie music in the world. So sit back, relax. This is Riverside doing Jacked Up Trucks and Long-Legged Women.
Sit a long ways from town. This old buggle's getting deeper. It's about time we hammer down. We might get a little bit of mud on the tires, a little on the top. Just get out and lock the hooks in and get this old truck ready to rock. It's a long way to the big show when you ain't got no four-wheel drive. These old towns just keep a howling, pulling up on 35. Oh, but there's two things I love: jacked up trucks and long-legged women. This is where good folk gather round. Break out the coolers loaded down with beer. But it's time we party down. There ain't no GPS gonna get you here. Just follow the signs. Come on down to the creek bank. Come another half a mile. It's a long way to the big show when you ain't got no four-wheel drive. These old towns just keep a howling, pulling up on 35. Oh, but there's two things I love: jacked up
I am Matt.
And I'm Goody.
We are Riverside, and this is how we roll when we're in the basement with Nick and Bootsy on the Basement Tape Show.
That Mississippi woman keep calling my name. That Mississippi woman keep calling my name. Man, I gamble all I've got, cards still fall the same. I got a pair of deuces, man. Head on down Chicago, on down to St. Louis. Head on down Chicago, on down to St. Louis. You know that Mississippi woman got me singing the blues. Yes, she do. Memphis, I got the money Memphis blues. Yeah, head on down to Memphis, baby, got the money Memphis blues. You know that Mississippi woman got me well down my blue suede shoes. Yes, she do. The Mississippi woman keep calling my name. Mississippi woman keep calling my name. Man, I gamble all I've got, cause still fall the same. Man, I got that pair of deuces again. Look out. Vicksburg, she says she's waiting for me there. Yes, I head on down to Vicksburg, she says she's waiting for me there. Man, I'm knocking on the door, man, she act like I ain't even there. Baby, don't do that to me. That Mississippi woman keep calling my name. Mississippi woman keep calling my name. Man, I gamble all I got, the cards still fall the same. I got that pair of deuces again, baby. Head on down to Baton Rouge, the weather looks better down there. Yeah, I head on down to Baton Rouge, baby. The weather looks better down there. Mississippi woman, follow me all the way down there. You know I can't get away. That Mississippi woman keep calling my name. And the Mississippi woman keep calling my name. When I gamble all I got, the cards still fall the same. I got that pair of deuces again. Look out. Mississippi woman keep calling my